pains and the gains, holding your leaders accountable for their actions and inactions on People's Parliament. Join millions of our people worldwide live tonight on BVI Channel 1 as we bring you People's Parliament, where we sit face to face with our leaders in different capacity, asking them probing questions for their actions and inactions. Time 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. tonight. Call our mobile or WhatsApp on 0810-454-5533 or call our Skype BVI Channel 1 to ask your leaders questions and be the judge. If they fail to answer you on People's Parliament, they are not your leaders. Yeah, welcome you on today's program. This is BVI Channel 1 People's Parliament. It's been a while that we've come live like this to bring you this live interactive section. Today I have with me a brother and a friend. He had always been here with me, and we hope that we hope to bring him live right here on our program. Today he's been a guest here. I'm talking about my friend, my brother, Chinyere Ezogo. He's right here with me. Hello, Chinyere. Say hi to my people.
Hello, viewers. Hello, viewers. I greet you all of you in the name of our Lord Jesus. Today is another wonderful edition. Today is another wonderful edition. Full packed edition. I welcome you all of you today. Pray that really believe today and the day anointed word that really go out to fulfill the work of the Lord in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I thank you all and welcome you. Today is the 2020. Today is 3rd of April 2019. I say it's going to be a wonderful edition. Thank you very much.
All right. I really appreciate you, my brother. You know, the last time I had you on this program, we talked about the election, the outcome of the election. You made your own prediction or prophecy, as might be. And what is your take and observation with the recent development in Nigeria? Then we'll go now down deep into what you told me that you are ready to prove. I mean, you are seeing God and Satan. And you also told me that you can even draw them for me. So we are bringing you live on air. And we don't just want to make a joke. We want to get the message you are so desperate to deliver to our people. Now, give us your overview. Go ahead. Go on.
Hello?
Yeah, you have the floor. You have the floor. I tell you to, what you told me about seeing God, seeing Satan, you being able to prove it by showing an evidence of it, and the message you are desperate to deliver to our people. That's what I'm bringing you on, because we have just limited time. You have the floor.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you very much. Like I said, my name is Chinyere Ezogo. I am the anchor writer. The message of the carcass, gathering the egos of God, gathering the egos of God. And a very wonderful time. The period we are in today, because it's a period that division have covered all over the world. No matter what the devil does, God is greater than the power of Satan. I made a claim before that I have seen Satan, and that I have seen Satan, and that I have seen. That was not a notion. It was a practical reality. And I'm very delighted. And I'm very delighted given the opportunity to prove myself. Whether what I'm saying is right or wrong. You cannot claim to me. You cannot claim to me these two powerful deities without a message to mankind. Without a message to mankind. Today's edition is a very wonderful edition. It's a very wonderful edition. For all humanity is killed. Humanity is killed. This message is a very important message. Everywhere there is life. Everywhere there is life. Because we are going to review a lot of things. Review a lot of things. And eventually, the world have gravitated to a stop. And the stop now is the issue of about whether God exists, or not. And we will prove all that. Let me start with the notion. Of for instance. I said in my earlier edition, that when Abiola died, and the consequences of the required on an investigating sphere of the heavenly sphere, so to say. And it was in the incursion of that process that I met God. Not only the incursion, not only on the revolution of the heavenly sphere, it equally led me on the seduction of the earth crust. I was able to get below. And I had an encounter with the deity called Satan. It's not once, it's not twice, it has been a continuous occurrence. And it was here that I was able to see the nakedness of the world and the secret of this world. Now, coming to the issue of Satan, for instance, as a journalist, with the spirit of inquiry and the investigation for details, what is the benefit to humanity as of today? My finding shows that God created the earth. I want people to have emphasis on what I'm saying. The earth on itself has no problem. This earth has no problem. The earth has been going on the same way that God created it.
Go on.
Abiding by the rules of the creation. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing? Am I coming out? Hello? Am I coming out clearly?
Go on.
Okay. Like I said, I discovered that the earth has been operating as the Lord created it from the beginning, abiding by the rules and the laws of God.
You are coming out live and direct. Go on.
The problem was not with the earth.
Sorry to interrupt you there. Just hold on, because we discovered just now that we have some complication with the some of our apps and some of our new plugin. Wait, hang on. So we are trying to set up the configuration. So some people have already complained about re-echoing of your voice, but I think at this time it has been sorted out, so you can now proceed. That is exactly the interruption, and I want to please apologize to our viewers and listeners all over the world for that mix up. Some of these new upgrade, new updates, some new plugins and all that. I don't want to bore you with all those jargons, but the truth of the matter is that echo has been sorted out, and our guest, you are now free to go on with your submission. Thank you. You can go on with your submission. Continue.
Okay, like going on too, please, I will actually beg that today's edition is a very important edition, because this issue is the issue that is holding the whole world at a standstill today. So let the phone calls come later, please, because there are so many information to give and there is so short a time to give it. So what I'm saying is of scientific interest. The earth has no problem. But my discovery is that there is a covering over the earth. There is a covering over the earth. That covering is the problem with the world. The earth is covered by negative forces. If you like, you can attribute that to maybe Satan or Lucifer or whatever it is. And this force, this negative force that covers the earth is animated. It feeds on the blood of innocent people. On the blood of innocent people. That is why you have the crisis you are having on this earth today. It is like we eat. Now, in 1998, after the death of Abiola, to buttress on what I'm saying, I published a book. Look at the book. This book is shining the light down from above as the hero and heroine go home. This is in memory of Abiola and the wife, Kudirat Abiola. I can even tell you that this is the last Bible of the age. This book that was published in 1999 have a detailed information on what is going to happen to the end of the age. If I'm reading it today, it is just as if I'm reading today's newspaper. Now, let me read only 2 pages of that book for you because it's going to be a continuation. I will refer back to it. Let me just read 2 pages. Let me just read about 2 or 3 pages. And shining the light down from my book is inside with what we are discussing. I wrote, "You shall know the truth, and the truth you now know shall set you free." This book was reviewed by the Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard newspaper reviewed it in 1999 by one Andriod in Vanguard newspaper. Later on, I will get the date and show you. Now, I'm reading from the book. There are only 2 powers in existence, power of God and power of Satan, divine wisdom and satanic wisdom, day and night, righteousness and unrighteousness, God's first Eden and Satan's last Eden, and so on and so forth. 2 types of people are in existence in the world today, children of God and children of Satan, light and darkness, God's food and Satan's food, and so on and so forth. There are only 2 types of people in Nigeria, children of light and children of darkness. I am writing today to the people of God, to the global children of God, anywhere they may be found, in order to acquaint them with the scriptural signs of the time and season in which we live. Revelation 12:7-17. And there was war in heaven, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. End of quote. When the devil was cast out of heaven, of course, he did not go to Jupiter or Mars. He was cast out to planet Earth. My brethren, our problem in Nigeria are not ordinary at all. Our problem in Nigeria is a very unique problem and have remained intractable because of our inability to recognize the presence of Satan in our midst, which is the main root cause of our problems. Shine down the light from above and let the people of God see who is in their midst, and their blindness will receive sight, and never again will they be in the bondage of Lucifer and his cohort. And the glorious sight of freedom will spring up a new freedom song that will run like opium on the people. Yes, brethren, we refuse to recognize the physical presence of the former highest ranking cherubim in heaven in the order of God's initial creation. The former cherubim of overshadowing light, that is Ezekiel 28:14. The anointed cherub that covered superintelligent spirit being, sealed wisdom. The same old serpent, the same ancient spirit that was in Eden, the same ancient spirit that incarnated the serpent and began Eve while Adam slept. The presence of fallen angel Lucifer in our midst, exact location, is in our gunpowder. Nigeria is Satan's last Eden, last stronghold, last home. Satan in our gunpowder is the elusive element in Nigerian problem, the great mystery of our various watershed experiences as a nation. I only beg for indulgence as we look back into time and tread the footprint of Satan on the sands of time to the present Nigerian Eden. Eden was a special place mapped out by God where he made a garden and put man, as Eden was not the whole earth. Adam and Eve were satisfied in their location in Eden, but when they sinned, they lost their central location as they were removed from Eden and they became wanderers. When Lucifer fell from heaven, he became a wanderer on earth. He knew God was going to create man and that very soon the earth will be filled with children of God. But know that Satan likes the ability to create, as he is not a creator, but only a perverter of that which God has made. And also Satan is not omnipresent like God. and can only be in one place at a time. He plotted the fall of man in order to scuttle the work of God.
I think we have lost our, I think we just lost our guest. We're trying to reconnect back with him and know what the problem is. It seems his network is down. Oh, it's on hold. We are going to bring him right back again. Our guest is on hold. We don't actually know what. Hello.
At the beginning.
Are you back again?
Last abode of Satan is
hello.
That last abode.
Listen to me. Your stuff has gone off track, and we need to reset it back. Your stuff has gone off track, and we need to reset it back. And please, my esteemed viewers, you stay while we sort this out. 223523 Kingdom Brothers New Heaven Estate, Febuary Airport City, a horizon of peace and progress. Kingdom Brothers New Heaven Estate, Febuary Airport City, Anambra State is up for sale. Take advantage of this great opportunity to own your own land in a place that offers world-class estate facilities like good road network, perimeter fence, constant electricity, water supply, shopping complex, hotel, recreation park, and many more. The estate is open for both residential and commercial purposes. Land size is standard 50 by 100 for 700,000 and corner piece for 800,000. Contact Kingdom Brothers New Heaven Estate Limited by visiting our office at first floor, Silver Oil Filling Station by Savoy Junction, Onitsha, Anambra State, or 070-178-70777 or 080-3322-3523. Kingdom Brothers New Heaven Estate, Febuary Airport City, a horizon of peace and progress. Kingdom Brothers New Heaven Estate, Febuary Airport City, Anambra State is up for sale. Take advantage of this great opportunity to own your own land in a place that offers world-class estate. Welcome back again. We are sorry for that very horrible experience. You can flip over your camera so that we'll be able to get you right up again. I mean, our guests out there, please, you help us to flip back your camera so that we'll be able to get you properly. Your camera has been altered. We needed to fix it. Can you please help us with that, please, so that we'll continue with this program?
Can I continue?
No, your camera is turned upside down. Can you help us flip it back again?
Like this?
Exactly. Then you position
Is it okay? It's okay?
You reposition yourself again. Reposition yourself properly so that my audience can see you properly. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Thank you so much, Chinyere. I think the devil is not even happy with this program. That is why he's trying to thwart it. But we must continue with your message. Just give me a little bit of seconds. Okay, you can continue with the program. I'm on it. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I can continue from where I stopped?
Yes, you can continue from where you stopped. Go ahead.
Okay. I said, like a rabbit hole, that is Satan, creating an escape route from one abode to another, and so on and so forth. And like God's first Garden of Eden, Satan knew he had to have a final home, the ultimate final home, and last headquarters, after which he will revert to a wanderer as in the beginning. That last abode of Satan is Nigeria. Satan's Eden, Satan's last paradise, Satan's delight, last stronghold, and headquarters. Pushing Satan out of his last stronghold put him on an almost zero time frame because it will mark the fulfilling of the scripture, roaring and roaming, knowing that he had but a short time. He will be most afraid to leave his last stronghold. He knew God is seeing him because when you are above, goldfish will have no hiding place below. He knew both him and God are spirits, and we need human vessels to achieve their goal. Satan initially believed he will pollute every man, thereby making them unholy and unworthy to be used as vessels of realizing God's aim, but he found that he was wrong too late. What Satan is doing on a permanent basis now is what he has been doing from time immemorial, from nation to nation, as he withdraws from one nation to another, as he loses from one stronghold to the other. Because as the people get organized and put in place a social system that gives power to the people or that introduces a deeper degree of justice and fair play, the devil leaves immediately to another nation where he will put confusion and stay. Orderliness and unity in place of chaos and confusion chases Satan away. Over the years, the gluttony of Operation Lucifer has become so light that only very few nations can afford to feed Lucifer, even on a breakfast scale alone. It is God's food that we live righteously, loving one another, being our brother's keeper, and every positive and holy action, and God's appetite in this direction is insatiable until all works of the devil is cancelled. Satan's food, on the other hand, is unrighteousness, evil, pain, misery, anguish, disorderliness, wickedness, and every imaginable deep-seated evil, especially against innocent people who will not ordinarily serve him. A situation where darkness is trying to extinguish light, even though light is the greatest disgracer of darkness, is Satan's food. He has been drunk with the blood of the innocent people for a very long time, and his appetite is wonderful, amazing, and frightening. Nigeria in Africa is Satan's last Eden and remains the only nation on earth today that have the human and material resources to maintain the gluttony of ancient Lucifer, as it was in Eden when Satan begat Eve. Eve, the very same ancient Satan, has been beguiling us here in Nigeria. Woe to the earth, for the devil have come to live with us. What have been our loss in Nigeria since the beginning? Woes, of course. Let me just go one step before. As mentioned earlier, there are other places Satan's spirits have been working, but the difference is Satan lives and put a less gluttonous fallen angel in charge anytime they succeed in putting in place a social system that gives them the freedom of expression of thoughts and character development, and they are judged by those standards. So their actions most often are by free moral agency or choice. Because the devil's uniquely system of government foisted on the people of Nigeria, which has become the only and absolute means of our collective wealth and resource distribution, is in the hands of the devil, and he dispenses as he pleases. Have all of us eating from his sperm, sharing in his pollution, which bring us to compromise our ethics and morals. Ensure we satisfy his gluttony by indulging in all sorts of atrocities which feeds the devil, killing one another in order to feed from the crumbs which fell from Satan's table, which makes it almost impossible for one to earn and live by an honest means. You don't change a bad system from inside by joining them, because the same spirit that controls the inside will control you if you join. So you stay out. Let the people of God stop eating from the palms of the devil, because that is the only weapon he uses in binding us and in bringing us to do his way, by making all of us drunk from the same cup of iniquity in his hand, which is why the saintly in Nigeria compromise their belief for a measure of Satan's porridge, because we are all drinking with him from the damn leprous cup of iniquity. I wish for this one now, I'm going to stop here reading from the book. For here, I will still come back to the book. So let me expatiate on the things I've read already.
Okay, thank you very much for that exposition. But before you go further into your explanation, I would like you to take some important questions and reactions from our followers who have been dropping their comments, and that's very interesting. The first one, coming from my own angle, you said that that currently that Satan have made Nigeria his last abode. I would like you to expatiate on that and why you believe that Satan has relocated permanently to Nigeria and is residing in Nigeria. Then another important thing there is the issue of you seeing God. You know, some people want you to also expatiate on that. Now, let me take some question that some reactions that people are bringing up from here so that we can make progress. Someone posted, he said that Satan actually exists and this is not theories, that what you're saying is not theory, that it is real. Now, somebody made a very important reaction here, which is very important. Julius Ebo said that, what about the Muslims who don't believe in God? Some of the Muslim countries are a lot better than Nigeria. No matter our sins, it cannot be compared to someone who does not even believe in God. So that's one of the reactions you need to tackle. Why do you think that Satan resides here? Even though, even Nigeria is the, what do you call it, the most religious country. You can attest to that. Nigeria has the biggest church. Nigeria has the biggest mosque. Nigeria practices a whole lot. Religious is, abounds here. But you are now telling us that Nigeria is the headquarters of Lucifer. Wow. Even the people that say that Nigeria is headquarters of poverty, now devil has relocated permanently to Nigeria. Now we're going to take all of that one after the other. But before I proceed, I think we have a call. Let us take this call and get his reaction if he's making a contribution. Hello. Good afternoon. Can you speak up, please, so that we can hear you and your question? Speak up, please. Speak up. We can't hear you properly. Go ahead. I don't know if my guest can hear you. Can you hear him? But my guest, can you hear the person on the phone? He is trying to call you to ask you a question. So go ahead. What's your name and where are you calling from? You calling from Germany? Yeah. And your name, please? My name is Obinna. Obinna. Yeah. All right, Obinna, proceed. Yeah, because he's saying that
That one.
people themselves they eat with people, and those people they prosper more than any other thing. It does not mean that those people they know God more than them, but because I know someone that all what he's doing is evil, but he is prosper. Even in place of work, the thing he's doing is go more than that. Okay, look, I know of a brother is living in Malaysia. He used to deal for drug, but in Africa they have a million of things that work. So that means that if you say that because why if you say that why God is not asking to Nigeria because of the devil living in Nigeria, I will not believe with him because there is devil for him, but not because of that. The problem of Africa, most Nigeria is because we ourselves are the problem of our problem ourselves, not the devil. So if we are having problem, we ourselves have the problem, not devil. We should not call devil on it. Okay, so you believe that the devil that is being talked about is the people, not any other thing? Yeah, of course. All right, okay, thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you for calling. Obinna from Germany. Now, Obinna from Germany have made his own submission, and I believe you heard what he said. Now, we'll be taking some few more calls, but let us quickly take some reactions. It's very important. Okay, let's take it one after the other. You said that devil have located permanently in Nigeria. I want you to give us your proof. You said that you have seen devil and the devil have relocated permanently in Nigeria. Is it in Nigeria that you saw the devil? Or, you are residing in America now. Is it before you traveled to America that you saw the devil in Nigeria? You want to get that picture clearer.
Chinedu, my friend, the essence of this interview is for humanity to benefit.
Yeah.
And all these questions and come in and interrupt, and it goes on for minutes. Don't help us because there's no time. Let me give you the background of what I want to say. You know, I will take on the whole question. So just suspend about they are coming back.
No,
and let me answer a question.
Here on this platform, we tackle questions one after the other. If it is one thing that we learn, later we'll continue on the rest. But we want to take everything one after the other. We don't want to garbage everything in and garbage out. So I want you to expatiate on that, or you summarize the entire your entire message within 10 minutes, so that we will not ask you questions. The most important thing that people are reacting, and they don't have that patience to wait till the end of eternity to get the answer. So I want you to tell us why you believe that devil have located in Nigeria. Because you have an evidence. That's why you made that statement. So you go straight to that point.
Now, you asked me whether it's when I went to America is located and there are crashes in America and all that. Okay? Now listen to what I'm going to tell you. One, this thing, when Vaga reviewed this thing in 1999, they said, I'm talking rubbish. That is what they said, that I'm talking nonsense, that I don't know what I'm saying. Since 1999, think of what has been happening in Nigeria till today. That is the foundation of Nigeria's problem. Secondly, when Satan fell, I told you he made adverts from one nation to the other. Nigeria is the headquarters of Satan. New York in the United States of America is the financial capital of Satan. Okay? The Vatican you are looking today, is the office of Satan. I'm telling you from my research findings. The British government is the throne of Satan. I don't know whether I'm clear.
Yeah, you're making a very important, but it's more complicated. Someone, Satan has his final abode here. Probably he sleeps in Nigeria. He works in the Vatican. He has his throne in Scotland and has his financial business in New York. I think in Asia you called it. So we want you to don't just simplify it. Don't make it complicated. We want to understand why you are saying all this, because you said that devil is not omnipotent, so he cannot be all in one place at the same time. So we want to understand how this devil works. I know there is something you want to deliver. We want to get that point. It's very important. How he's been able to control and manipulate his way. I know devil do not fly. Devil do not enter or board planes or need visa to go anywhere. We know that how he flies and how he does his own thing. But we want to understand how this operation from Nigeria as his abode, he's operating his office in Vatican, his throne in Britain, all of that puzzle. We want you to bring it together and let's have a picture. Go on. I'm interested in this.
Let me state it very, very clearly. They use human agents to do their work. They operate through human agents. It's just like what is happening in Nigeria today. Through these forces too, is where you will find the content of the jihad that is going on in Nigeria. If you now want me to take them one by one, I can tell you the current operations of these different human agents of Satan. Number one, all the killings you are seeing in Nigeria today, both in Kaduna and everywhere, based on that jihad, is authored by the devil that feeds on innocent human flesh through its various human agents. For instance, I'm going to elaborate and I'm going to tell you one by one and I prove my point. Each one I give you a detailed information about it. Number one, the anti-Christian law you see in Kaduna State and the religious crisis you see in Kaduna State. Like when you listen to the radio, when I was listening to iPop radio and all that, they were talking about Cardinal Arins, and the comment he made about the Biafrans going through the National Assembly to go and agitate for Biafra, knowing that that is an impossibility because they don't have the representative, the numerical strength of the representative that we see their goal come. They are looking at it, because they don't reason deeply. They are looking at it as Francis Arins. They don't know the root cause of that thing. You understand me? Because in every crisis, I look for a serendipitous opportunity that the crisis will bring. And it has always equipped me very well. That thing did not originate from Francis. They are hearing me. That thing originated, that was that was what the Pope authored. It is the Pope that authored that thing. And it's not only limited to Francis, the Cardinal. It is the position of all the whole Catholic priests. That is their position. So let them stop blaming the man. The author of that thing is the Pope. That is number one. Now let me clear.
Hello, we are losing you. We are losing you. We would like you to come right back again. Sorry about that. That we're having. It seems his network has gone down, but we hope to bring him back again. This is the BVI Channel 1, and so many people are already following. So many people are getting interested in this. You've come back again.
You're hearing me.
Something is seriously working against this broadcast, but we must continue. Nothing is going to stop this truth from coming to my viewers. Something is trying to manipulate our program. Look at it's turning your camera upside down and all of that shit. Can you turn your camera back again? Turn your camera to face back again properly. Can you please? Can you hear me? We are seriously having some issues. Can you please help me turn back your camera? Something is altering your camera. Something is altering your system. I think some people are trying to interrupt this program. Turn your camera right back again. I'll continue. Something have been working seriously against this broadcast, but we must continue this program. We are not going to relent until he delivers the entire message. I've been very passionate to deliver this message to other people. So I beckon on you to have patience with my guest, and I believe he's going to sort these things out so soon. I have to let him go and probably bring him right back again. I think some people are trying to interrupt him. Let's bring him back again. We are trying to bring him back again. We're trying to bring you right back again. Hello. They're making a mess of. Hello, are you with me? Hello. Are you there?
Are you?
Put up your camera, please.
You say?
I am waiting for you. Put up your camera, please.
I'm not hearing you.
You can't hear me? Hello, can't you hear me? I can hear you. I think we're having problem. We have to let him go for now and allow him to come right back again in order to give us continue with his speech. We have to let him go for now until he's back and sorted out. We'll wait for him. Actually, I think so far so good. We are heard from our guest. His name is Chinyere Ezeogo. He's a passionate Biafran who had, for some time wanted me to required. This is BVI Channel 1, and we are facing serious crisis here, but we are going to sort them all out. I must tell you that our guest, we're trying everything possible to weather the storm and bring him right back here to complete this message. In fact, this message must be delivered to the fullest. It's very important each and every one of us listens attentively when we get him right back again. And for those of you who are just first timers here, this is BVI Channel 1 People's Parliament, where we ask important questions. Someone told me if I am trying to disbelieve what our guest is saying by the way of me asking him probing questions about his claims of seeing God and Satan. No, on this platform, we try as much as possible to bring out the best and the authenticity of the message so that we make sure that whatever we take out from this platform is verifiable and authentic. And I thank you all for having, exercising your patience as waiting as we try to reconnect back with our guest. We are trying to connect him back again. Let's see if he's going to come in. Hello, are you back? Can you put on your camera, please? Something is seriously trying to stop this program. Whenever we bring you on, something happens. Whenever we bring you on, something happens. Hello? You can't hear me. I can't hear you. You're not talking. I think with this, we are going to call it off for today, and make sure you join me back again tomorrow because I'm going to reconvene this program tomorrow by same time tomorrow. So make sure you are here to get every bit of what we'll be delivering to you from this platform. Thank you for watching and thank you for your patience so far. We're sorry we are cutting it off at this. It is, it seems it's not connected, but we're going to try one more time to see if we can get through this one more time, and we may call it a day. Let's try and see if we can bring him right back again, because this message is very important, I tell you. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Oh, something horrible happens whenever we bring it on board. I tell you, the devil and his agents, they are not happy with this program. Immediately we disconnect with him, the lines start flowing. Once we connect with him, everything gets cut off. Something is terrible. Something terrible is happening. This is not just a physical fight. Those of you who have spiritual eyes can attest to the fact that the devil and his kingdom have relocated permanently in Nigeria, and they are fighting to make sure that this message is not delivered. So, but we are God's chosen people. We must make sure that this message comes to you, whether today or tomorrow. So you are present with us while we try to bring him back. Okay, he's calling back again. Let's try to get him on. Hello? Wow.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You are back again. Just hang
Yeah.
on.
God will see us through. The forces are attacking us, but we are going to see through.
Yes. Okay, just hang on. I'm trying to make everything work out. Okay. 1 second. So that will bring you right here in the studio. Just a little bit more. All right, I think we are good to go right now. For those of you who have exercised patience enough. We appreciate you, and we hope to continue this program. Welcome back again, my brother. It has been a horrible period. This we're trying to hold on because of this message is very important to us. So many forces are trying to stop this message from being delivered. So we don't have any time. Proceed, hit the gear. Let's get more of the message. Go on.
Do I go on?
Proceed. You can go on. You have the floor.
Please, let me just be fast. When I finish all these dimensions of the human agents, Nigerian problem will be over. So let me finish with the Pope issue so that people will understand.
But be
The
very,
Roman Catholic is not founded.
but be very fast about it because of time.
The Roman Catholic is not founded on the principles of God. It is Lucifer that founded it. And I have the proof. Lucifer is the founder of Roman Catholic. So don't mind whatever they are. All the fathers you are seeing, they are all members of all courts. They are members of all courts. That is why they call them Reverend Fathers. And God said, you should not call any man your father. I'm going to give you practical evidence of what I'm saying in all these courses. Anyone I do, I give you practical evidence. Now, the Pope just went to Morocco. You don't know that the reason why he went to Morocco was because of Nigeria. Buhari was in Morocco before him. Before I enter into the issue of what Buhari went to do, let me tell you exactly what the Pope went to do at Morocco. After the Pope issue, I go to Buhari. After the Buhari issue, I go to the Americans. When I finish all these things, you understand it, humanity will understand where we are today. Because the essence of my coming, I'm not working for man, I'm working for God. I'm not looking for followership. It's God that takes the record of what I do. So I'm not looking to be praised. What I'm telling you are practical realities that nobody in this world knows. What I can decode for you, the whole computers in this world cannot decode it, and the whole libraries in this world cannot answer it.
Can you go
so
straight,
let me just go
straight to that point, please?
Let me go straight to what I'm saying. Let me give you some, because I've got some newspaper clippings. It said Pope Francis lands in Morocco on interreligious dialogue mission. That is the Punch of March 30, 2019. Let me read a portion of that thing. It said Pope Francis arrived in Morocco on Saturday for a visit, which will see him meet Muslim leaders and migrants ahead of Mass with the country's minority Catholic community. The spiritual leader of the world's 1.3 billion Catholics was invited by King Mohammed VI as part of a mission on the development of interreligious dialogue. According to Moroccan authorities, interreligious dialogue. Okay. Improving relations with other religions has been a priority for the Argentine pontiff, whose papacy has been made by a wave of child sex abuse allegations against clergy. They put against clergy. This child sex allegation was the same reason why Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed in the Bible. So the Pope's plane landed in the capital Rabat shortly before 2 p.m. and he was greeted by the King of Morocco, who is known as the Commander of the Faithful. That Commander of the Faithful is in quotes. That Commander of the Faithful that they are calling the King of Morocco still refers to the Sultan of Sokoto in Nigeria. I'm declaring it for you, and I'll give you all the evidence. Commander of the Faithful in Morocco, where 99% of the population is Muslim. 99% of their population is Muslim. 99%. The Moroccan capital has stepped up security ahead of the first papal visit in the North African country since John Paul II in 1985. The late Pope, John Paul II, was there in 1985. Buildings have been repainted, streets decorated, and lawns manicured for the Pope's 2-day visit. Francis was to be presented on arrival with days and armored maid before stepping into the Pope mobile and the monarch into a limousine. They were to drive to a welcome ceremony at the top or tower, that is Hatam Mosque, and a mausoleum attended by 25,000 and beamed onto giant screens before the king hosts Francis at the royal palace, where we shall began packing at the Esplanade outside the 12th century incomplete mosque from midday as rain drizzled on them, while others, including many Moroccans in traditional attires, lined up rows nearby. Red carpets covered the ground at the entrance to the esplanade, and 2 armchairs, red as well as were placed at a platform in front of the mosque. Francis will also visit an institute where around 1,300 students are studying to become imams and preachers teaching moderate Islam and backed by the king. It is very significant. It's a very significant event, the first time that a pope is welcome to an institute for training of imams, said Vatican spokesman Alessandro Giagotti. Meeting migrants. During the visit, Francis is due to hear from 2 students, 1 African and 1 European. These 2 students, one is a Nigerian, the other one is from France. 1 African and 1 European, as well as a statement by Morocco's Ministry of Islamic Affairs. A concert drawing inspiration from Islam, Christianity, and Judaism is also on the agenda. Last month, Francis visited the United Arab Emirates, where he met with Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayeb, the Imam of Cairo, Al-Azhar, Sunni Islam prestigious seat of learning. The 2 signed a document on human fraternity for world peace, which, among other things, called for freedom of belief and full citizenship rights for minorities. Francis will not hesitate to refer to the text, which from now on he will give to all heads of state, Gizotti said. In Morocco, where Islam is the state religion, authorities are keen to stress the country's religious tolerance. This thing is in quote. They are referring to Nigeria, which allows Christians and Jews to worship freely. But Moroccans are automatically considered Muslim if they are not born into the Jewish community. Apostasy is socially frowned upon, and proselytizing is criminalized. Those who try to rock the faith of a Muslim or to convert him to another religion. This thing is in quote. That proselytizing is that you cannot convert anybody to Christ. You cannot tell a Muslim to become a Christian. If you do, you get how many years? You say, this thing, try to rock the faith, is in quote, of a Muslim or to conversion to another religion. This is where RFI, this is the document that made RFI to bring those laws that he brought in Kaduna State. This is the origin. Now, still elaborate further. They said if you convert another one, you risk a prison term of up to 3 years. I will read that RFI something for you later on. Okay, now you say after years in the shadow, since 2017, the small numbers of converts have called openly for the right to live without prosecution and without discrimination. Around 30,000 to 35,000 Catholics live in Morocco, many of them from sub-Saharan Africa. The Pope is due to finish his Saturday schedule by meeting migrants at a center run by Catholic humanitarian organization, that is Caritas. The number of people taking the sea route from Morocco to Spain has increased recently due to the closure of the border with Libya. The charity runs the center for migrants who are trying to reach Europe across the Mediterranean, as well as supporting their access to services. In 2017, Caritas Center in Rabat, Casablanca, and Tangier welcomed 7,551 new arrivals, according to the charity. Rabat claimed to have a humanistic is in quote. What they are telling them is to have a devilish tendency approach to administration and reject allegations by rights groups of brutal arrest campaigns and a forced displacement to the country's southern border. Francis, throughout his papacy, highlighted the plight of migrants and refugees, calling on Catholics as well as politicians to show solidarity with those in need. On Sunday, the Pope will celebrate Mass at Rabat Stadium with an estimated 10,000 people attending. Now, what was the document they signed in, after that his visit to Morocco? He said the spiritual leader of the world's 1.3 billion Catholics was invited by King Mohammed VI for the sake of inter-religious dialogue. According to Moroccan authorities, In a joint statement, the two leaders said Jerusalem was common patrimony of humanity, and especially the followers of the three monastic religions. Have you seen the context of what they signed? You tell me. The specific multi-religious character, the spiritual dimension, and the particular cultural identity of Jerusalem must be protected and promoted. That is the content of the agreement they signed. They said in the declaration related by the Vatican to the Pontiff, Pontiff visited Rabat. The Moroccan king chairs a committee created by the Organization of Islamic Cooperation to safeguard and restore Jerusalem religious, cultural, and architectural heritage. The joint statement came after U.S. President. Anyway, the joint statement came after U.S. President Donald Trump landmark recognition of the disputed city as capital of Israel, which sparked anger across the Muslim world, especially from Palestinians who see Jerusalem as the capital of their future state. I'm still coming. Now, before this Pope went there, before this Pope said, the late Pope said that they are going to make Jerusalem a universal center of worship for all religions. Go and look at it, the late Pope John Paul. Now, that late John Pope Paul, let me show you, look at his visit. He worshipped in a mosque. Let me just read a little clip about it. What I'm going to read for you is the Washington Post coverage of this Pope John Paul's visit in 2001. Let me just read a part of it so that you follow my argument very, very well. It said, Washington Post, May 7, 2001. It said, John Paul II, respectfully removing his shoes today, became the first Pope to enter a mosque when he toured a 1,300-year-old Islamic house of worship, and all joint forgiveness by Christians and Muslims whose faiths have warred for centuries over territory and spiritual primacy. The Pope visit to the Umayyad Mosque served as a recognition that the two religions shared some ideas and profess, even as they differ on theological issues such as the divinity of Christ and the nature of the Quran. I don't want to go into more details about it. So, in what name did the Pope worship in the mosque? What are the 10 commandments of God? Go and read the first 3 commandments of God. That we have only me, only him. You will serve only one true God. You will have no other God beside him. You will keep his name holy. You will keep his holy days holy. So in what name did this Pope worship in the mosque? So they are deceiving people, but people don't understand what is happening. Now, let me show you. You are seeing them. You are seeing the. I'm showing you how the progression of these forces. How it comes down to everything we are talking here. Now, what is Aero 5? Go and look at what the bill Aero 5 brought. Even before I go to Aero 5, look at the so-called CAN. Look at CAN, Catholic CAN. Let me read a news report. How they went and congratulated Buhari. You say Reverend Samson Ayokunle, National President of the Christian Association of Nigeria, says that politicians in Kazakh didn't want the association to visit President Muhammadu Buhari to congratulate him on his victory at the February 23 presidential poll. That is what Khan said. A man that killed, I have always told you. Let me tell you, I have always told you that election is illegal. And I stand on the authority of Jesus Christ and I nullify that election. I nullify that election. I nullify it, and I'm going to implement the nullification. I'm going to fight it out. Buhari, if he's sworn in on May 29, he can never in this world last for more than 1 year. I told you in the last interview that this is the beginning of the end of Nigeria. I nullify it, and I will fight it out to the last. The host of heaven will support me. They will back me, and this election, the same way Buhari overthrew Shagari, I am nullifying this election. It stands nullified. And nothing in this world will make this election stand. And before that May 29 handover, there is going to be a generational clearance of all traitors. You see all these misery profiters who are profiting from the blood of innocent people. Then Nyangodo and all of them. 3 months, all of them are going to be cleared. Mark what I'm telling you. Abdul Salami Balak, what is him? Abdul Salami, where is the former head of church? Abdul Salami Abubakar. He was the man. I'm still coming back to this, but let me just finish this area before I go into that.
But
He set up Abiola to be mother.
Okay.
Wait, excuse me. Let me just
be very brief about
I'm
it.
still going
Time
back.
is running out. We don't have more than 10 minutes.
Okay. Abubakar Salami, he will be on the wheelchair before that wearing with Babangida. In 3 months' time, both Nyanwodo and all these basic profiters, all of them are going to be cleared off from this earth. A new generation things are coming. Even Erafai himself will go mad. You are going to see what I'm telling you. Now look at it.
Sorry to interrupt you. You know, we maintain some level of professionalism in delivering our messages here. I want to recall you back to name calling is not permitted on our platform. We exonerate BVI Channel 1 from direct name calling. So we want you to go straight to the point and deliver that message. It's very important. Thank you. Proceed.
I'm responsible for what I'm saying. My name is Chinyere. When you look at me, look at it. I'm wearing a war band. I am wearing a war band. I'm up for it. So it's not like I'm making what I'm telling you. There are the things that I will enforce. There are things that I will enforce. Heaven will back me.
Okay, so
let me
make it brief so that we'll summarize this program. Go ahead, make it brief. No time.
Let me continue with
please, no time. Mind the time. You can cut it short. We can't take it all. Mind the time. We have less than 10 minutes to end this program.
Less than what?
10 minutes to end the program. We are far beyond our timing.
Okay. Now let me tell you, they can. This can leadership, they murdered their former secretary, Musa Sake. I was in communication with them and they poisoned him. Even when the man died, I was calling the family so that I can give the money to go for autopsy and know the cause of the man's death. It was this President Khan, they murdered him. At a case number to show you that I'm in communication with him is 080-608-16172. That man was the only man standing in Khan. This present leadership of Khan murdered him. Now, look at it. You say they went to congratulate Buhari. What for all the atrocities Buhari committed in this country? They went to congratulate Buhari. Since you said that time is short. Now, look at Erafai laws. Where is that Erafai laws? This is where Erafai got his laws from the Roman Catholic Church. Look at it. From Pastor Christopher, or whatever he calls himself. He said, one of my friends, who is a pastor in Kaduna State, brought something to my attention, said that there are some new laws, they call it Erafai new laws. This is a message to Erafai, and I want him, if this thing I'm going to read out is true, you have 7 days to reverse it. Otherwise, you are not able to stand the wrath of God that will come. They say in Kaduna, number 1, you cannot preach without license. Erafai, who told you that? He said every Christian will have to go and get 1 year license renewable every 1 year. You must not preach with an expired license or you risk 2 years imprisonment. He said Erafai is Herod. Number 3, if you invite an external preacher or you are a preacher outside Kaduna State, he says such person must be licensed for the duration of his or her stay, and the body issuing the license have the right to reject the external preacher if they feel he is not qualified to preach in Kaduna State. Every preacher who wants to be licensed will appear before a screening committee. If he or she scales through, will only be given a license for 1 year. Number 5, he said the law criminalizes the use of CD or other flash drives or communication gadgets except in religious buildings or inside their house. That is what the law says. And what again? You cannot play CD. You cannot play it outside, even in your car. Number 6, even in your house. That means you will be arrested for listening to preaching or religious music inside your car or in any open place except in your house or religious building. Number 7, if you preach without license, you are guilty of an offense punishable with 2 years imprisonment or a fine of 200,000. That means you cannot have night vigils. Have you seen that pop something in Morocco? That is where it's coming from. Now, number 8, since all preachings must be done within a building, it means public evangelism will be so on and so forth. You understand me? Now, before 805, before Pope went to Morocco, Buhari already was in Morocco. What did Buhari went to Morocco to do? If I can only finish these 3 things, I mean, it's okay for me. Morocco, let me tell you what Buhari went to Morocco to do.
Please.
Let me read a news report. I wrote this news report.
You are going to conclude you are going to conclude on that. You are going to conclude with that visit of Buhari so that we can end the program, or you touch 1 or 2 questions that we will ask you, then we'll conclude it, and maybe subsequent time we'll continue with it. Go on.
Okay. You said I should leave the Morocco on?
No. Go on with the what Buhari went to Morocco to do, and be brief on that so that we can wrap it up. It's more than an hour for the program. Please go on. We are far behind schedule.
Let me tell you what Buhari went to Morocco to do. Morocco visit. Then I just slightly put Morocco visit. Look, Morocco, Nigeria agree. I'm reading a Punch of June 11, 2018 for you. It said Morocco, Nigeria agreed to press on with pipeline plan. Now listen. Morocco and Nigeria have agreed a cooperation plan to press on with a proposed pipeline transporting gas to the North African kingdom along the Atlantic coast. King Mohammed VI and President Muhammad Buhari on Sunday oversaw the signing of the accord in Rabat, detailing the way forward for the mega project first agreed on in 2016. Morocco Map News Agency reported. The 2 countries are looking to build an extension to Morocco of a pipeline that had been pumping gas from resource-rich southern Nigeria to Benin, Togo, and Ghana since 2010. For economic, political, legal, and security reasons, the choice was made for a combined onshore/offshore route, a statement said. The proposed pipeline is to be built in several phases, which measures some 5,660 kilometers. That is 3,500 miles, and respond to the growing needs of the these countries and Europe over the next 25 years. The statement said, the next step will be to sound that country around the region and customers in Europe, and to talk to international lenders about funding the project, the release said. Plans for a pipeline to take Nigerian vast gas resources to North Africa have long been mooted. Algeria had talks with Nigeria as far back as 2002 for a similar pipeline crossing in the Sahel, but the project in the Sahel, major oil exporter. Nigeria has huge untapped gas resources, the largest proven reserve in Africa and the 7th largest globally. Morocco has over the past few years been on a diplomatic offensive to bolster its influence around Africa, rejoining the African Union in 2017 and warming itself with English-speaking countries. Statement released by the Senior Special Assistant of the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, reached in part the feasibility study on the agreement on the pipeline, which was signed by the Group General Manager, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mr. Farouk Gaba, and Mrs. Amina Bankoda, Director General of the National Office of Hydrocarbon and Mines, will be concluded by July 2018. The construction of the pipeline will be phased and based on increasing needs of the countries cross and Europe for the period of 25 years. For a period of 25 years. That is it. Now, let me tell you the implication of this thing they signed. Let me tell you the subsequent agreement that they had. Buhari Morocco King expressed concern about terrorism and extremism. This is on Punch of June 11, 2018. It said President Muhammad Buhari and the King of Morocco, King Mohammed VI, on Monday, raised concern about violent extremism, terrorism, and other security challenges in Africa. They have therefore agreed to collaborate in order to combat radicalism on the continent and beyond. These were contained in a joint communique made available by the President on Monday at the end of Buhari's 2-day official visit to Morocco. The communique reads in part, I want you all to listen. The two heads of state, in the spirit of the holy month of Ramadan, understands their commitment to moderation, tolerance, and peaceful coexistence as taught by Islam. They express deep concern about violent extremism, terrorism, and the existence of security threats in Africa. They affirm their resolve to strengthen cooperation in efforts to combat radicalization in Africa and beyond. The communique states that King Mohammed VI congratulated His Excellency Buhari for his leadership in the regional initiative against terrorism in the Lake Chad region and commended his efforts in the fight against corruption and his role as the African Union anti-corruption champion. He stated further that Buhari's visit reinforced the positive bilateral relationship between Morocco and Nigeria since the King visit to Abuja in October of 2016. The Moroccan King and Buhari affirmed their willingness to create a model of South African cooperation in this connection and build on the significant progress made in various areas of cooperation, such as agriculture, fertilizer production, energy infrastructure, and mining. His Majesty King Mohammed VI and His Excellency President Buhari noted with satisfaction the milestone achievement and underscored their commitment to the regional gas pipeline, which will connect Nigerian gas resources, those of some West African countries and Morocco, thereby fostering integration and development of countries in the West African region. The two heads of state also noted progress made in other areas of the bilateral cooperation as enclosed by the agreement between OCP of Morocco and the Fertilizer Product and Supplier Association of Nigeria to invest in fertilizer production, and the Memorandum of Understanding between OCP and the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority on the establishment of a basic chemical platform, specifically to develop a significant ammonia production plant. Now, let me give you the interpretation. There's that interpretation of this agreement that they made before I go to the content of the ammonia production plant.
No,
look at the interpretation of what they say.
We cannot take further.
Excuse me, wait.
Just conclude,
this interpretation is very...
conclude right now because we don't have time.
Okay. You see, if you don't call me up, there's something I want to show you. Let me show you. In pursuit of this declaration, are you hearing what I'm saying?
Go ahead. We are hearing you. We are all ears.
Let me interpret their communique, and then I show you a follow-up so that you understand what is happening in South Africa today. If we can stop there's no problem. Now look at the interpretation of their communique. You say the communique reads in part, the two heads of state in the spirit of the holy month of Ramadan underscore their commitment to moderation, tolerance, and peaceful existence as taught by Islam. Do you know what it means? It means that the two heads of state swear in the spirit of Ramadan, the holy month of Ramadan, their total commitment and total mutual cooperation to ensure that the continued peaceful coexistence of the entire people of Nigeria must be based on total and complete submission to Islamic laws, teachings, and tenets as taught and instructed by their prophet Muhammad. Now, I'm quoting again. They express deep concern about violent extremism, terrorism, and the persistence of security threats in Africa. It means that they express serious worry about the agitation for the restoration of Biafra and the persistent security threat and economic threat in the Niger Delta region of Nigeria in Africa. Now I'm quoting them. They affirm their resolve to strengthen cooperation in efforts to combat radicalization in Africa and beyond. It means that they agreed as one in combining both resources and personnel together to forcefully and permanently deal with the issue of Biafran restoration and restiveness in the Niger Delta region once and for all, conquering and bringing them under Islamic subjugation, tenets, and laws, and to deal with these people not only in Nigeria and Africa, but throughout the world, meaning declaration and war of jihad by the Nigerian state and Morocco against the people of the former Eastern region. That is the Biafra. Now, following up in this, so that you understand what is happening in all the whole African nations. All this pipeline, all the countries it will cross. All the whole countries it will cross. They promised them Nigerian gas 25 years free. 25 years free. So based on this, they had a meeting. That is why Nigerians are being killed in South Africa. That meeting, look at it, the Abuja Declaration. Let me read you the content of that meeting, and then we can stop here. It says, let me read the contents of that meeting for you, so that you see. That meeting says, okay, that particular report, I don't have it here. You see, that meeting, the head meeting with the 28 African defense, defense staff of 28 African heads of state. They had meeting with them. And what is their meeting? They agreed on something, demobilization of our people. And it is even in that connection that, look at this report now I'm going to read to you. This report is ISWAP is bigger threat than Boko Haram, United Kingdom, UK and French defense warns Nigeria, Vanguard March 23, 2019. The chief of defense staff of the United Kingdom, I want you to look the caliber of the people that came here. The chief of defense staff of the United Kingdom and France, General Nicole Kata and General Francos Lecontria, respectively, have alerted the Nigerian military that the Islamic State terrorist group in the West African region is to pose a larger threat to violent extremism than Boko Haram. The top military commanders of both European powers have therefore pledged their readiness to join hands with Nigeria to tackle the threat of the spread of violent extremism in the sub-region. What they have done is declaration of war on Biafra. France and the United Kingdom, that is what they are doing. Now, you said speaking when both General Kata and General Laconte paid an historic visit to Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff, General Abayomi Gabriel Oloniseki, the United Kingdom Chief of Defense Staff commended the professionalism of the Nigerian armed forces in the battle against terror in the Northeast, noting, "We are highly in admiration of your efforts in getting off terrorism." How can somebody tell you that he's admiring Nigerian army? Then General Kata said, "This joint visit is a historical moment to Nigeria. It is also symbolic because we, the United Kingdom and France, both feel strongly that we need to fight for West Africa, and we have a huge appreciation of how Nigeria fits well into the security situation of the region. We are also impressed with the strong commitment you have shown in providing security to the country and in areas where you are challenged by the Boko Haram and the Islamic State of West African problem. The Islamic State is a much larger threat to violent extremism. We are largely in admiration of your efforts in getting off terrorism. Collectively, we look for opportunities to see where we can help and where we can maximize our support to West Africa and Nigeria in particularly." Earlier, the CDC, General Oloniseki, said he was happy to receive the two top generals, even as he vowed that the armed forces of Nigeria will not rest until criminal elements vis-a-vis terrorists, killer banditry, armed robbery, kidnappers, among others, are eliminated and flushed out of the country.
Okay.
Oloniseki said that the joint visit of the
hello. I think that will be where we'll be cutting it off on this program. Thank you so much, my brother out there, Chinyere Ezogu, and my esteemed viewers out there. We are sorry that we're going to be cutting it on this today's program. I know many people have been dropping comments. Many have asked me that you should come back tomorrow. Somebody like David Blunt said that
confronting our nation, especially in our counter-terrorism and counter-insurgency efforts.
Hello, are you listening to me?
So,
are you listening to me? We are trying to wrap it up. We are trying to wrap it up. We are far beyond our time. But after this, my statement, I'll give you 3 minutes to summarize whatever you want to say, and we will call it a day. Some people have taken time to make their comments. Many people here have appreciated your expository today, and they believe you should come right back again so that they can actually get more from you. And we also want to appreciate everyone who have dropped comments. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have less than 2 minutes up there. The thing is fast running. I want you to understand this, that this program is very expensive for us to run from this point. And many of you who have been dropping comments, so many people who have been appreciating our work, I will use this opportunity to ask you to partner with BVI Channel 1 in some of these programs so that we'll keep these programs coming on board. It is very expensive, and we have limited resources to carry long programs, live streaming like this. And other activities we are doing, they are financially heavy. So we try to maximize the little scarce resources we are running with. So I'm not supposed to be telling you this, but because of the pressure I'm getting from viewers, they want this program to continue to bring it on. Please, you can partner with BVI Channel 1 by calling our number +234 810-454-5533. I take that again, +234 810-454-5533, or you call our second line +234 810-420-7522. These are the numbers to call to partner with BVI Channel 1, either through sponsoring the program, or through donations, or through advertorials and all that, so that we can sustain some of this program. We want to use this opportunity to appreciate you, Chinyere Ezogo, joining us live from United States of America. And right here, we are in Biafra land, delivering it to the entire humanity in the entire world. We appreciate you for coming, and I will tell you, we will try our best to bring you back tomorrow to conclude or to continue with this program. Thank you, Chinyere, for being part of this program. Thank you so much.
Yeah, can I make a closing remark?
You have 1 minute to do that. 1 minute.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, the important thing I wanted to say, there is a jihad already on Nigeria declared by America. That is what is going on. That jihad was declared by John Kerry in his Sokoto speech on Tuesday, the 23rd of August, 2016. In his speech, the importance of resilient communities and religious tolerance in countering violent extremism. Very, very important. And that is a very important thing. That is the most important thing I should have said today. But time did not permit. Now, before our next program, I'm coming up. Now, on the challenge of whether God exists or not, it is high time we tax the gods to use them to solve our problems. Now, how do we know? How do we tackle the gods? Look at how we are going to tackle the gods. Because even in May 2001, UNESCO sponsored a conference in New York in which they, invited most scientists and theologians to speak about God and their religion. According to one of the participants, Philip Emeagwali, dubbed the father of the internet, who won the 1989 Gordon Bell Prize for prize performance in high-performance computing application in alloy reservoir modeling calculation using a novel mathematical formulation and implementation. You see, he said in that interview that the reason why UNESCO invited scientists and theologians was because most scientists are artists. So now, let us just ask one question to know whether God exists. Does God exist? The second question, if God exists, let us go back to the first of the ancient wonders of the earth. That is the pyramid in Egypt. How was that pyramid built and who built it? Secondly, what is responsible for the complexities we have in the human brain? Thirdly, the white man's skin, how did it come about? Let the gods, let there be another man come and show them. Let us answer this question. The God that is God, let him answer this question for us to prove the identity of God. Because Biafra will not come until we settle the identity of God. That is the problem RPOB are having up to today. Okay. They are wasting their time. They cannot bring Biafra because they don't know God.
All right, thank
you.
So
this challenge is a general challenge to all the people on earth, and I would like a continuation of this program so that a lot of other things will be exposed.
Thank you very much for that.
So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's hang it up there. Thank you, and thank you, my viewers. We are far beyond time, honestly speaking. This is very interesting. More people are still soliciting that this program should continue. Now, if you want this program to continue as you demand, many people are asking for your contact. Many people want to connect with this program the more. We will rebroadcast. We will come back here on a live program tomorrow with an extended time. We will make provision for an extended time if this one that we did today hits 10,000 shares. So start sharing this video, start getting it out to the rest of humanity. We want about 1,000 live viewers at the same time when we come back tomorrow, and we want you to hit this program till it hits 10,000 shares. Keep sharing it until the entire humanity gets to know our I've already been shown my red mark that we are ending this program right now, and I thank our guests. I thank everyone who have come. Our memory is full, and we have exceeded our mark. So I want you to continue following us, continue sharing, continue. So if you've not subscribed, subscribe on this channel. Click on the red on the bells for notification, and you can download our app. It is on our website. You can also be part of this great community. Continue sharing. Let today's program hit 10,000 shares so that you can guarantee we'll be right back here tomorrow to continue on this program. Thank you for watching. Thank you, my brother who are joining us from America. Thank everyone who have participated on this program.